remember this card for me. I can see it as well. The 8 of Hearts. And we'll now just take that card. We'll just toss it somewhere inside the center of the pack. And we'll just square everything up. And whilst it really looks like it went in the middle, unbeknownst to the audience, it's been controlled to the bottom of the deck. And so that is the Novara Control. It's a beautiful, deceptive, and easy control, and I can't wait to share it with you. So meet me in the explanation, and let's get into it.
G'day champion, how are you? Welcome back to Murphy's Magic Saturday Sorcery. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're having an incredible day doing whatever you're doing. Now you've just seen Ollie Mealing perform an absolutely beautiful control. So I'm going to stop flapping my gums and want to jump over to Ollie to learn how this is done. Plus, if you want a chance to win an Ollie Mealing bundle, stick around till later on in the episode where I'll show you how to do just that.
So the explanation to the Novara Control is very simple, and it all stems from this realization that if the cards are spread out, and you lift up a portion in the middle, then it's not just the middle portion that gets lifted up, but it's everything above it, because the cards are stacked on top of one another, and so they prop each other up. So to demonstrate, if I just lift up some cards in the middle, you can see they all get lifted up as a unit. It's not purely just the cards in the middle, but it's everything above. And so that creates this space, right, behind, a sort of room, a dead space, kind of no man's land. And so that is in the control where we're going to be positioning the selection. So let's say our selection is the Ace of Hearts. It looks like we're just going to toss it in the exact position at which we lifted up the spread, but in reality we're going to toss it further so it lands in this dead space and is essentially therefore disconnected from the ribbon spread. It's out of the sequence and in effect is actually the bottom card, because all I have to do now is just lift up from the bottom, keep these cards raised, and I just keep them raised so that I'm essentially lifting the entire ribbon spread over that selection. So as long as I keep this raised and I square up, it will mean that we are basically placing the pack on top of the selection. So hopefully that goes somewhere already to giving you an overview of the method, but of course let's just go into this a few more times from the performance angle and how I go about doing this. So firstly, I don't do a neat ribbon spread, because there are times where you'll toss the card in and you can see there's a tiny little corner kind of protruding sort of down jog from the cards. And you don't really want that because it might be detectable and then maybe convey something that you don't want it to. So what I tend to do in order to minimize anyone seeing anything like that is I will dribble the cards, right? A nice messy dribble like this, so that there's no kind of order to this ribbon spread. It's just kind of messy, right? There's no sort of pattern, right? It's just kind of chaos. And so if you throw the card in and it lands with a corner down job, it's going to be much harder to see. It's camouflaged. It just blends into this overall image of messiness, right? Versus a neat spread, you would be able to see immediately if something was out of line. With this, you can't. So that's why I use a dribble, and kind of just additionally as a bonus, I like sort of nonchalant handling procedures. For me, this also is a sort of kind of just very casual, cool, relaxed sort of procedure, which for reasons I've probably explained in other videos, I feel just ends up culminating in stronger material, because apparently in the audience's mind, you weren't really paying much attention or being that kind of strict and thorough about what you were doing. You were just kind of haphazardly, messily orchestrating things, and yet somehow you still got to this phenomenal outcome. So anyway, it ties into that. It's satisfying for me that this is kind of messy in itself. It always conveys this idea that you're not really trying, but things are just effortless, and that makes for stronger magic.
Now, sorry, Ollie, we need to stop the explanation just here for the mid-episode giveaway. But before we jump into what this week's prize is, we needed to find out who won last week's Ryan Schlutz Extravaganza Palooza. Now, I've chosen my random winner, and congratulations, Robert Ball Magician, you're the winner of the Ryan Schlutz bundle. If you could email me just here, I'll get this prize out to you quicker. You can make this cat disappear. Now, if you haven't seen last week's episode of Saturday Sorcery where Ryan teaches It Cuts Deep, it's an incredible way to know 3 random cards chosen by the spectator on the table. If you haven't seen that, you haven't learned it yet, make sure you check it out straight after this episode, card on screen right now. Now, if you want a chance to win the Ollie Mealing bundle, all you need to do is comment below what deck you would use in this routine. Whether it's the Orbits, the Cherries, the Howling Jacks, Ristrettos, whatever it may be, let me know in the comment section below. I'll choose someone out at random and you'll be announced in next week's video. So good luck.
So anyway, to get back on track, where have I put the card? Yes. So let me just go from the top. So I dribble the cards like this, nice messy dribble. Should be a little bit messier than that actually. So go something like this. They touch a card, we take it out, they have a look at it, 2 of hearts. I just run it into the middle. Let's place it back inside the center. I look like I'm about to place it right here, but lifting up here, I've created this whole space, right? I can get my hand right in there. That's where I'm tossing the card, I do it face up. So I place it in here. That's now right there. And now what I'm gonna do is just lift up from the bottom of the pack. As long as I keep this elevated, I'll be lifting everything above the selection. So I just keep lifting that up. That then gets positioned on top of the selection and controlled. So this really is just a beautiful control. Just before I forget, because I know my friend Giacomo will be watching and he'll be thinking, why didn't you say this? So I'll say it now. The reason it's called the Novara Control is because I was on a lecture tour around Italy with my good friend Giacomo. How you doing, Giacomo? Who very kindly organised it for me. And on the train to Novara is where I came up with this move, on just this old Italian train on the little fold down table, playing around with this. And so anyway, that's why it's called the Novara Control. So yeah, what happens is you just casually chuck the cards down, just touch one for me. This one, great, remember that. So Jack of Hearts, let's just toss it somewhere inside the pack. We'll just square everything up. I like to then throw in a little dribble, just say so it's lost somewhere inside. And of course, we've secretly got it on the bottom, ready to proceed into one of our miracles. So there we go, everyone. That is the Novara Control. I hope that gave you everything that you need to know to now practice and go about performing this yourself. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you return for item 129, which I'll be adding very soon. Okay, take care, my friends. All the best. Bye-bye.
All right, champion, ready to check out more videos just like this one? Make sure you check out our YouTube channel where we drop new videos every single day. And while you're there, make sure you subscribe, because why not? Save yourself coming back later. Well, there you go. Thank you so much, Ollie, for teaching us that. I really do appreciate it, my friend. Now, I'll let you go back to your Saturday. If you're watching this right now, as it dropped, we'll be available on our Discord where we're jamming, hanging out, having games, trivia. I'd love to see you there. There's a link in the description below to that. Otherwise, I'll see you on Tuesday for a Stumped, on Wednesday for a What's New This Week, or next Saturday for another Saturday Sorcery. But if you're having a good holiday period, doing whatever you're doing, please be safe. Please take care of yourself, and I'll see you very, very soon, my friend. Now take care. See you later. Bye for now. Whoa, look at this. Well, so much good magic in there. You need to check this out. You're not going to regret it. I pinky promise you. Oh, whoa. Look at this. This shining diamond over here. What is this? Beautiful. You probably should click that if you haven't subscribed yet. But then you should definitely check out this, because this is good. Treat yourself.